What up, though? My name's Mercedes SD, and welcome to Merc-Brawl. I feel like shit. Alright, we have a ton of submissions this week, so let's just jump into it, shall we? Yeah. First victim, Mr. 48, little newbie to the dome. He hasn't even written the story, but he wanted to jump into the brawl, so I let him. Let's see how he did. Mr. 48, I think you have a personal vendetta against punctuation and grammar, because god damn it, dude, throughout your entire, there's periods missing, exclamation points, when someone speaks, you're like, you know what? Fuck punctuation. I don't think you should fuck punctuation at all. I think it should be your friend. You should buy it dinner first. Give it a fucking reach around. Don't just leave it out in the cold. Dude, that's very, very, very important that you use punctuation. Because not only does it make your writing look like shit without it, it really, really stands out as completely amateurish. So next time, when it comes to someone speaking, if you're having what's it called when attribution, like when like blah 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 said David, that's an attribution, the said David part.
I have no idea. I've never learned that.
I'm going to use the word attribution. I'm not sure if it's the right word or not.
Why don't you look it up? I'll look it up for you right now.
I'm not going to look it up. I'm just going to do it. All right? So, attribution. Probably not what it actually is, but it doesn't matter. This is what you should be doing. Let's say, for example, let's pull a random piece of conversation in your piece here. All right. He's dead. I started. That phrase right there is wrong, and I'll tell you why. I can tell you're European because you have the single quotation marks. It's fine, people still use them, but just so you know, I think it's much more clear if you use double quotation marks. Another thing, put the comma in the inside of the quotation marks, not on the outside, inside. Especially when you use an attribution like I started. Don't even say I started because it just sounds weak. The next sentence, the we know, put a fucking period on there because you need your fucking punctuation marks. God damn you. God damn you. Do it. Fucking do it. I mean, it's all over the place. Nothing. There's no punctuation. Dude, what the fuck? This isn't this. What is this? What are you doing? All right, now let's get to the story proper, the structure and all that. It's the most important part of the story would be like the plot and the character motivations. Yours is extremely light on both. I mean, I understand the guy, he's getting, blackmailed for whatever reason. And then the MonkeyHitmen comes and cleans up shop. That's what it is. They're really, I don't even know how to explain like the story arc with your stuff because it's just not present. It's like the weakest part, well, besides the punctuation marks, it's the weakest part of all your writing. The actual prose itself, you have a pretty solid grasp on that. I'm not gonna yell at you for any of that. So you did a pretty good job. But the nitty gritty stuff, like the motivations of the main characters, they just want to get out. Though the most important part, the MonkeyHitmen, he's barely even there. I mean, he's there just for a little bit, and that is totally unacceptable because it's a story about a monkey hitman with a sidekick. Well, I guess he did have a sidekick, but he had more screen time than the monkey. That's no bueno. Alright, next up, Screaming Idiot. I will tell you this way up front. Screaming Idiot, I absolutely love Tyrannosaurus Max. Hands down, I cracked the fuck up. I lost my shit when he popped up. Now the only problem with that is I only enjoyed the story up until that point. I mean, okay, it's disingenuous to say I didn't enjoy your story. The setup was okay. Like, you know, what was going on before Tyrannosaurus Max was okay. The story was just a bunch of, this is alright, this is okay, until you got to your Tyrannosaurus Max. And then at that point it was like, this is fucking fantastic. It's just, it took too long to reach that it was fucking fantastic part. Your story is the best example for the type of like rules the Mojo like tells people to do, which is start your story as close to the end as we possibly can. Because you have a lot of setup, you know, you have introducing the main characters and everything. It's just, I wish you would have used less words to set up the story and more words showcasing your characters. I wish you would have given
good Bert.
Tyrannosaurus Max more screen time, because that dude, yo, it could have been, you know, it could have been like a battle. Oh wait, it was a battle. It could have been truly amazing, because I would have never ever thought about a Tyrannosaurus with a luchador mask on. It came out of absolute left field, and I said it before, but I really did lose my shit. I even showed it to my wife. She looked at me like I thought I was stupid or something, and that was perfectly fine with me. Let's see what we got going on here. Now, because your story hinges on such an amazing villain, it makes it far less satisfying that the whole thing was just poof done with the sidekick and her bazooka at the very end. I mean, it was a huge letdown. I really wanted more from Tyrannosaurus Max. See, this is the problem with creating a good character like this. I mean, I don't care what anybody says. Tyrannosaurus Max, hands down, best character created in Thunderdome 2015. But you did him a huge disservice by just killing him off with that one explosion. I mean, that was it. You just imagine that I rant about you not giving Tyrannosaurus Max enough screen time for 10 more minutes, and you got what I'm trying to tell you. Other than that, the story was very middle of the road. Just alright. Would have been better if it had more of a villain. Just do me this one favor. Write another story starring Luchasaurus Max. I can't say his name. Do me a favor and write another story featuring Luchasaurus Max. Just please do. I want to read more about him. Fuck the other dudes. They hold no candle to this guy. Okay? Alright, next up, Fanky. Let me put this out first. Did you know that you made Charlie a woman, a man, and then a woman again? You did. Right in the middle, in the Mexican border. You made Charlie a man. Keep an eye out for that. As usual, man, you have great use of words when it comes to character dynamics, conversation. The dialogue is always great. It's no different here. I really enjoyed it. There's not a whole lot of negative I can say. Watch out. Make sure you proofread, because, like I said, with Charlie being the man, you probably would have caught that if you would have paid attention, Fanky. God. The story was very enjoyable to read. The characters being really funny, really well done. Your insults could probably use a little more pizzazz, like the whole like fuck you more. It serves its purpose. Good job. Again, not many negative things that I can say. Just good job overall. All right, Martello, you're up. Papio Sapiens. I do that. The way your story starts, man, does not gel with me. The whole like syntax type deal. I see what you were doing. I wish you would have like executed it better throughout the entire piece. Because this is what I felt could have happened. It would have been like kind of smooth like meta transition that would have been like pretty sweet, like, you know, overall. But you start off with very basic, like, you know, syntax type commands, like, you know, lift up, you know, whatever the hell this thing is. Then when the story proper starts, the character, like the main monkey character, this is from his eyes. You have the prose very short staccato, very primal, you know, childlike. It's not very big, you know, words or anything like that. What I would have loved to see happen is by the end of the piece where this monkey, you know, finally gets to the point where he's like super smart. I wish that the prose would have changed along with him. The prose would have turned a little bit more flowery, more flowing as this monkey approached human levels of intelligence. Like you pointed out in the story itself that the monkey is getting smarter. If you would have had your prose reflect that would have been fucking baller, yo. But you dropped the ball on that one. You kept it on very short staccato. Like I said, you lost a really big opportunity with that. Just letting you know for next time. The story itself, the plot, they're creating this monkey to be a killing machine, and in the end, this monkey was like, you know what? Fuck you guys. I'm gonna tear out some jugular. You wrote about Grizzled Patriarch, the monkey. I'm sure he's gonna brawl you over this one, because who will want to be a monkey? You hear that, Grizzle? You better freaking get up on that shit. Tell him what's possible. The story overall, I usually enjoy your pieces. This one, not so much, simply because of the way it started, but you do bring me back by the middle of your story. I really get invested in your little monkey. And the prose is, for what it is, it's solid-ish. It's not as solid as it could be, like I said before when I first started, but it serves its purpose. The story is dark, and man, that monkey, it's got some damn problems, yo. One quick thing, I am uncertain who Cam is. Is Cam the camera? And then your other character, the lady friend, who gets her jugular ripped out. What the fuck is her name? Katrina. Now, I do like that you did a lot of research with your stuff. The whole like baboons and showing of the teeth, seen as an aggressive act. That shows a lot of initiative and a lot of underlying intent with your story and your choice of characters. It's really well done. And man, you make that damn monkey just sound so angry all the time. The capitalization of rage and threat and all of that, drawing my eyes to those exact words over and over again. You get the point across, so good job, bro. Morning Bell is up next with Exit Line, Enter Dragon. Dude, you could have cut half of the story. This whole first half, unnecessary. Especially the first paragraph. terrible opener because it doesn't add anything to the story. It doesn't make me interested in whatever you're writing. It's pure blah. Honestly, when I was a kid back in London, my dad read me the Jungle Book. There's nothing to grab me by the balls, dude. I want to be grabbed by the balls. I want you to reach out and cup my testicles in both of your hands and then clench down and hold me there so I read. What you're doing with this opening, like, this is my balls, this is your hand, you're just going, that's no good. This, not this, okay? This, no good, very good. Got it? Okay. For next time, I enjoyed the tone of your piece. It was nice, serious, dark, little actiony thing with a hit gone wrong. Your story would have been a ton more punchy if you would just chopped off that worthless first half of your story and then started off with the hit, then adding your exposition dump that you used in the first half and like sprinkling it through with the characters, you know, interactions and dialogue, because you basically have a bunch of these characters who I give no damns about. Because, I mean, first off, this is why I wanted you to cut the first half of that story, because you repeatedly tell me that these characters are no longer alive over and over and over. I fucking get it. You told me that they're dead. You don't have to fucking beat me over the head 3 times with the point that, hey, this is this new character and they're already dead. Just so you know, so you're not confused. Oh no. And really, Jungle Book, I don't. Oh, my fucking cheeks. If you were focused on the characters, their interactions with each other, the realization that this monkey is fucking dangerous, it would have gone so much smoother for you. Because the main character, you're looking through the main character's eyes through all of this. And when the monkey starts killing off his people, you don't describe the monkey doing anything. You could have had the character turn around when the first girl got hit with that dart or whatever. You could have had the character turn around and see like a monkey gone from the dude's shoulder, or you know, something to give us this tension that something is not right with this monkey. You know what I'm saying? And when the monkey kills the main character, you use the picture that I used in the prompt. That was okay. The problem with this is that it doesn't fit the tone that you have in your piece. Cause first of all, how the hell can a small ass monkey like that like hold a man's head underwater? If your piece was a lighter one, more funny, like Fanky's piece, then they would have slid right past. I would have been like, okay, that's cool. But you set a tone where everything is super serious, where this monkey is fucking deadly. These guys are in a life or death situation. This monkey is like seriously huge amounts of trouble. And then you flip the tone on its ear, and then this monkey who weighs an eighth of this dude is holding his head underwater. It doesn't work, man. I'm sorry, but it just doesn't work. Your character motivations and the plot, it is weak. Like that first story, like Mr. 48's story. It's paper thin. Mainly because you wasted it on poorly executed exposition. You'll get him next time, bro. T-Rex, man. You're up next, Tyrannosaurus. I have to say, you have quite a pizzazz surrounding you and your writing. Your prose is pretty stupendous. I really enjoyed reading it. which why it kills me that your story, it just feels so incomplete. Like, you only use 700 words and it shows. I mean, I wanted to read more about this monkey. You just left me hanging. And the monkey itself sounded like a real badass. And I wanted to, I wanted to read more. I didn't want Alright, let's just go into the technical aspects of what bothered me about your piece. God damn you. Plot-wise, your story is just basically about a monkey escaping a torture scene. I wish you had done more. You would added more, have an overarching story, had other characters, because you have really strong writing, and it really shows. The writing is super solid, man, but you don't have the plot to back it up. You don't have the rise and fall of the story arc. You just have the story going up and then ends. It's very unsatisfying, and it's so unsatisfying because the rest was so good. You set up the story to a point where, like, alright, I'm invested, I want to see how this ends, but this ends in a way that's just ugh. It's just like, it feels like you are writing and then you ran out of time, and instead of having an extra 1,000 words or just a kind of weak, you cut it off at the point where everything just seems solid, but you just lost that extra amount of words to make the story arc complete. I don't know if that made any sense. It barely made sense to me. It doesn't matter. I really don't get me wrong, T-Rex. I really enjoyed your story. It was really well written. But again, I don't have anything else to say besides that. I just wish it felt more complete. I wish you used more. Alright, judgment time. So it was close-ish of a race, specifically between 3 of the 5 contestants this week. I'm not even gonna fuss or trump around or tiptoe around who's the winner. Psych! No, just kidding. The winner for this Merc-Brawl is Fanky Maloons. Yay, congratulations. The reason why I picked hers over Tyrannosaurus and Martello is simply because her story, for one, it felt more complete, which is a point over Tyrannosaurus. It was humorous in his language, the dialogue and tone, which is a point over Martello. And it's just, pretty solid prose, good writing all around, which is points against the other two. 48 and Screaming Idiots. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, my next 2 choices would definitely have been Martello or Tyrannosaurus. They both had, very interesting takes on the problem. Not that 48 and Screaming Idiot didn't, but theirs felt more polished than Mr. 48's and Screaming Idiots, as well as, just the language, just overall stronger than theirs. But Frankie Maloons, congratulations. Thank you for taking the time to watch. Click the annotations for more of my videos. Thank you very much for watching. Get the fuck on out of here. That's about it. I don't want to talk about it anymore. But, okay, the burning question. Breast milk. What does it taste like? I can't even tell you. I tried to categorize what I would rate breast milk as. I can't tell you this. Regular milk is better than breast milk. Yo,